Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey through the world of elements. Today, we are diving into classification of elements and periodicity in properties, focusing specifically on the modern periodic law. This law is the bedrock of modern chemistry, explaining why elements behave the way they do. We'll explore this concept across 4 levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest, ensuring you master it for your G-Main exam. Let's begin. Ready to uncover the secret behind how elements are perfectly organized? Let's start with the basics of the modern periodic law. The modern periodic law is a cornerstone of chemistry. It states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. This revolutionary idea was proposed by Henry Moseley in 1913. Unlike earlier attempts, Moseley identified the atomic number, which is simply the number of protons in an atom's nucleus, as the most fundamental property. This means when elements are arranged by increasing atomic number, their properties repeat in a predictable pattern, a phenomenon we call periodicity. So, what exactly is periodicity? It's the regular recurrence of properties after specific intervals. Imagine a pattern that repeats. In the periodic table, elements with similar outer electron configurations naturally fall into the same vertical column, known as a group. This leads to them exhibiting very similar chemical properties. For instance, lithium, sodium, and potassium, all in group 1, share a common characteristic: they each have one valence electron, making them highly reactive metals. This is a clear example of periodicity in action. Time to test your understanding of the basics. Think about these questions. What is the fundamental basis of the modern periodic law? Who was the scientist credited with proposing it? And can you give an example of periodicity in element properties? Take a moment to formulate your answers. Now, let's go a bit deeper and understand the scientific breakthrough that led to this law. Henry Moseley's work in 1913 was a pivotal moment. He conducted experiments studying the X-ray spectra of various elements. What he discovered was groundbreaking: a precise linear relationship between the square root of the frequency of the characteristic X-rays emitted by an element and its atomic number. This direct correlation proved, unequivocally, that atomic number, not atomic mass, was the true fundamental property that defined an element and dictated its chemical behavior, resolving many inconsistencies of earlier periodic tables. Let's clarify the distinction between atomic number and atomic mass. The atomic number, denoted by Z, is the count of protons in an atom's nucleus, which also determines the number of electrons in a neutral atom. It's the unique identifier for each element and governs its electron configuration and chemical properties. Atomic mass, on the other hand, is the total mass of protons, neutrons, and electrons. It can vary for isotopes of the same element, as isotopes have the same atomic number but different numbers of neutrons. Moseley's insight resolved anomalies like argon appearing before potassium in Mendeleev's table, as argon has a lower atomic number despite a higher atomic mass. The modern periodic law beautifully explains the true cause of periodicity: the repetition of similar outer electron configurations. Elements in the same group share the same number of valence electrons. For example, all alkali metals in group 1 have a single valence electron in their outermost S subshell, giving them similar chemical reactivity. This recurring pattern in electron configurations is the fundamental reason why properties repeat periodically across the table. Each period, in fact, corresponds to the filling of a new principal energy shell. Now, let's challenge your understanding at the medium level. Think about Moseley's experiment and how it changed our perspective. Why is atomic number more fundamental than atomic mass? How does electron configuration link to periodicity? And can you predict properties based on atomic number? Give these questions a good thought. Ready to analyze the nuances and connect theories? Let's delve into the deeper aspects of the modern periodic law. A critical analysis reveals the superiority of the modern periodic law over Mendeleev's. Mendeleev's law, based on atomic mass, faced several challenges, including anomalies where elements with higher atomic mass appeared before those with lower, like argon before potassium and cobalt before nickel. Furthermore, it struggled to accommodate isotopes, which have the same chemical properties but different atomic masses. The modern periodic law, by basing its arrangement on atomic number, elegantly resolved all these issues. Isotopes, having the same atomic number, naturally occupy the same slot in the modern table, providing a more consistent and scientifically sound classification. Let's summarize the key differences. Mendeleev's law was based on atomic mass, the modern law on atomic number. The cause of periodicity was empirical for Mendeleev, but its electronic configuration for the modern law. Mendeleev's table had anomalies and couldn't accommodate isotopes well, while the modern table resolved these. Noble gases were not part of Mendeleev's initial framework but are perfectly integrated into the modern table. Crucially, the modern law offers far more accurate predictive power for undiscovered elements. The modern periodic law is fundamentally rooted in the principles of quantum mechanics. The atomic number dictates the number of electrons, which in turn fill orbitals according to quantum rules like the Aufbau principle, Pauli exclusion principle, and Hund's rule. The periodic recurrence of valence electron configurations directly explains the periodic trends in properties. For instance, atomic radius generally decreases across a period due to increasing effective nuclear charge, pulling electrons closer. Conversely, it increases down a group because new electron shells are added. Similarly, ionization enthalpy and electronegativity also show predictable trends based on these quantum mechanical principles. Now, let's tackle some harder questions. Compare the two periodic laws. How does the modern law handle isotopes? Explain atomic radius trends using effective nuclear charge. Justify why ionization enthalpy decreases down a group. Also, try to predict properties of an element with atomic number 20 and consider why hydrogen's position is still debated. Finally, relate principal quantum number to period number. These require a deeper understanding. All right, buckle up. We are now entering the most challenging level. Prepare to dive deep into the scientific and engineering insights behind the modern periodic law. Moseley's 1913 X-ray spectroscopy experiment was a true quantum leap in chemistry. By bombarding elements with electrons, he observed characteristic X-rays and formulated Moseley's law. The square root of the X-ray frequency is proportional to the atomic number minus a screening constant. This wasn't just an observation, it was empirical proof that the atomic number, representing the nuclear charge, was the fundamental identifier of an element. This discovery provided the concrete scientific basis for the modern periodic law, perfectly aligning with the nascent quantum theory and setting the stage for understanding electron configurations. The modern periodic law is deeply rooted in the quantum mechanical model of the atom. The atomic number determines electron count, and their arrangement in orbitals, governed by quantum rules, dictates chemical properties. This periodic repetition of valence electron configurations is the true cause of periodicity. However, for very heavy elements, with atomic numbers greater than 70, relativistic effects come into play. Electrons in inner shells move at speeds close to light, causing their mass to increase and s and p orbitals to contract. This leads to deviations from predicted trends, like the inert pair effect in heavy p-block elements, and even influences properties like gold's characteristic yellow color. The modern periodic law's predictive power is truly remarkable. It not only organized existing elements but accurately foretold the existence and properties of undiscovered ones, like gallium and germanium. This framework also guided the synthesis of new, man-made transuranic elements. The modern periodic table itself visually represents this law, divided into S, P, D, and F blocks. The S block includes highly reactive alkali and alkaline earth metals. The P block houses nonmetals, metalloids, and some metals. The D block contains transition metals with variable oxidation states. Each block's distinct characteristics are a direct consequence of the specific subshells being filled. Finally, we have the F block elements, the lanthanides and actinides, also known as inner transition elements, characterized by the filling of 4f and 5f orbitals, respectively. Their similar properties stem from the deep-seated F electrons being shielded by outer shells. Beyond classification, the modern periodic law has profound applications in various fields. In materials science, it guides the design of new alloys, semiconductors, and superconductors. In drug discovery, understanding elemental properties helps in synthesizing pharmaceuticals. It's a cornerstone for analytical chemistry and environmental science, enabling systematic study and innovation across all chemical disciplines. Its legacy is truly immense. Here are the first 5 challenging questions for you. Describe Mosley's law and its significance. How does quantum mechanics explain periodicity? Discuss relativistic effects and their influence on properties. Predict the block, group, and reactivity of an element with atomic number 118. And explain the inert pair effect in relation to relativistic effects. Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. And here are the remaining 5 questions to truly test your mastery. Justify the placement of lanthanides and actinides. How does the modern periodic law aid in designing new materials? What are the general characteristics distinguishing S, P, and D block elements? Explain why elements in the same group have similar properties despite different principal quantum numbers. Finally, compare electronegativity and ionization enthalpy for 2 elements given their atomic numbers. These will push your analytical and conceptual skills. And that brings us to the end of this comprehensive session on the modern periodic law. I hope you've gained a deep understanding, from the basics to the most advanced concepts. Remember, mastering this topic is crucial for your GMAIN preparation. For more such in-depth content, practice questions, and personalized learning experiences, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more engaging educational content. Keep learning, keep growing, and excel in your exams. See you next time.